Perhaps, can you tell us your connection to the people who were on the plane? Did you know the coaches? Did you know the young skaters? And how did you know them?
Yes, 6 of them were club members, training mates, parents of training mates, and coaches. The others we're not familiar with, but we're still very, very promising skaters.
Were they your coaches?
No.
They were not our coaches. Jinna was part of Olga and Alexei's coaching team.
Of our coaching team.
Olga and Alexei are our coaching team. Evgenia and Vadim are a coaching team as well that participate at the Skating Club of Boston. And their student was Spencer Lane.
Can you just tell us how you're feeling losing all of these people?
We lost family members today. The Skating Club of Boston is a big family, and even though we all have different coaches, for us they feel like second parents. And so Olga and Alexei are our parents, but also Evgenia and Vadim are like our second parents, and all the kids, the students, they're our kids, is the best way to put it. So they're our brothers and sisters, and we're all very close to each other. We all know each other very well, and we see each other every day. We train with each other every day. The amount of stress that we go through brings us closer together, and that's why we understand that being able not to see them anymore, this is something that will take a lot of time for us to process, and it will never be the same, but they will always be remembered. We want to let everyone know that the Skating Club of Boston will forever remember them because we're a family, and we are right now going to bring in each other closer together to make sure that we're there for them and their families.
You had all been in Wichita. Did you return to the same route, DC back to Boston? You came other ways?
Other ways.
Alisa,
Monday morning, all 3 of us.
We came, me and Misha, we had a flight through Dallas. And Jimmy?
I flew all over the U.S. before I got back, so.
The championship ended on Sunday, so that's why we flew back Monday morning. The development camp started Monday and it ended Tuesday or Wednesday.
Thursday. Well,
Wednesday.
Last night.
Yeah,
it ended yesterday.
It ended Wednesday.
Can you talk a little bit about what this development camp is? Are these young beginning skaters, or are these people, skaters that are on the verge of greatness that go to this training? Who are these kids?
Greatness.
These skaters were invited to the development camp because of how amazing they are, the potential that they showed on the ice, and the capabilities that they had at such a young age show that they had promise for the future of this sport. And so that's why they were invited for the camp. The camp basically brings them in for the championship so that they can watch, for example, Jimmy or Alisa and I skate at the championship level, and then afterwards they are part of a fairly strict routine in terms of, they have a lot of training, they have a lot of drills and exercises that the U.S. figure skating that wants to see for them to show.
These are people that
they are the next generation of us. Whatever discipline they choose to go, they have shown improvement, promise, that fire in their eyes. That's what that high performance camp is about, and having them come to the championship just to watch, kind of just brightens their fire even more.
And it's also very special for us to see these kids in the audience, to see this community, this energy and power of these young skaters cheering and screaming. They all have these red jackets, so you can really identify this community in the rink during the competition, which helps me personally helps a lot to bring a lot of joy into skating.
Had you seen Spencer or Jinna skate, and what was your evaluation of their talent?
Absolutely phenomenal. If I was their age, back when I was their age, they would blow me out of the water. Even Jinna, at 13 years old, I couldn't do anything, and she was already 10 times better than me.
At such a young age, they showed championship level skating. It would take time for them to develop, to maximize their full potential, but the amount that they were able to achieve in such a short amount of time was absolutely remarkable. It
was their progress that made them stand out. Personally, for me,
It's meteoric.
it's everyday improvement.
Do you know their ages? Were they 16?
She
Jinna-
was 13. She just turned 13
She was
last week.
13 years old.
Yes, and he just he's turning 16, turning 17. Yes.
Yeah.
young
Is this
kids.
going to be difficult for you guys to move on with your figure skating careers knowing that this has happened? And can you talk a little bit about just the shock of it?
Yeah.
Watching these kids skate and watching their fire of their love for the sport, that's what helped us to continue training. Watching these kids develop helps us want to push ourselves as well. So it's a two-way street that they look up to us, but we also look up to them. It's absolute an honor to see all these kids try their absolute best every single day, day in, day out, at such a young age. And to see that and to see how much they love the sport, their passion for this, it's unbelievable, and that helps us to want to push ourselves. And so it's going to be it's undescribable in terms of like the loss that we have, because we see these kids every day. We will not see them every day anymore, and that's something that we need to come to terms with.
Can you talk about what made them special as coaches?
You're talking Evgenia and Vadim?
Yeah.
Well, their meticulousness in developing young skaters is almost unparalleled. You could tell by their son, Max, who I consider not just a friend but a fierce competitor. I look at him every day and I'm like, damn, I got to do better. And that was them. That was all them. And you could tell by their program, Tomorrow's Champions. Everybody that comes out of that Tomorrow's Champions circle, that program, is very promising, even for like the little ones. You see them and you're like, wow. And that's from their blood, sweat, and tears.
And also as athletic pair team, Shishkova, Naumov, personally for me, they were a role model